I'm Anil Kumar, and now I'm sharing with you some popular test questions on this topic. That is, we're trying to use trigonometric ratios to solve a right triangle, and we have a real life situation. So, that is the application questions we are working on. Question number 13. From a window of a building 12 meter above the ground, the angle of depression to the base of the nearby building is 20 degrees, while the angle of elevation to the top of the same building is 30 degrees. It has two parts. Part A, find the distance between the two buildings, and B is find the height of the nearby building. So for your benefit, I've already given you diagram. Normally in the test, the diagram will not be given to you, so you need to sketch a diagram which could be similar as shown here. I'd like you to pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestion. Now, to solve this kind of a question, let's read the question once again and understand what we need to find. It says, from a window of a building 12 meter above the ground. So that is the window. Let's call this as W, window of a building. The angle of depression to the base of nearby building is 20. Let's say this is the base. And the angle of depression is always with the horizontal. So that is the 20 degrees. While the angle of elevation to the top, let's say that is the top, is 30 degrees, right? So, and let's call this point as O, right? Let me call this point as O, where we are drawing the horizontal line. Now the question is, find the distance between the two buildings. So WO is the distance between the two buildings. Now how can you find it? Now let's look into the triangle here. Let me call this point as P, for example. This is the first building, about window from the window which we are looking at. Now, so that is at right angles. This is also at right angles, correct? Now consider the triangle WPB, right? So in the triangle WPB, that is a right triangle, as you can see, 20 degrees. So what is this angle? Now these two lines are horizontal lines, so they are perpendicular. These are interior angles, so they should be equal, correct? So interior angles are equal. Therefore, we have an angle WBP equals to angle OWB, which is equal to 20 degrees. That is because of interior alternate angles, right? So these are alternate interior angles, okay? So they have to be equal. Now we need to find distance between the two buildings. We know height of one of the building. Distance and height, when you hear that, it is tan, okay? So that is kind of a tip for you. Now other thing is, you know SOHCAHTOA. Opposite side and adjacent side means tan, correct? So you can use tan of 20. So tan of 20 degrees is equals to opposite side of 12 divided by adjacent side, which is D. Units will be meters. So D, the distance between them could be 12 meters divided by tan of 20 degrees. Let's use the calculator, find the answer. So we have 12 divided by tan of 20 degrees. That gives us equals to 32.969. So we'll round this answer to 33 meters. Okay, so that is approximate distance between the two buildings. Now the question is, find the height of nearby building. So now we have to find the height of this building. How will you find the height? Now to find the height, what we can do is, we already know now the distance between the two buildings. That means WO is also, so that distance is, we'll write here, PB is equals to distance WO, right, between the two buildings, and we'll use 3 digits, 32.969 for accuracy, right? Okay, so that is the distance between these two buildings, and that is going to help us to find the total height. So what we can see from here, that O to T plus O to B is the total height. So let's find OT first. So we will consider now the triangle WTO, right? So let's consider triangle WTO. In this triangle, we need to find TO, right, which is opposite to 30 degrees. We know the adjacent side, so again tan. So here we say tan of 30 degrees is equal to opposite side TO divided by adjacent side 32.969, correct? So TO, the height, is equals to how much? TO is equals to 32.969 times tan of 30 degrees, correct? So we already have 32.969 in the calculator. We'll multiply that by tan of 30 degrees and we get what? 19.01. 03. Okay, so 19.03, we'll say approximately 19.03 equals to 19 meters. So that is TO, which is 19 meters. Similarly, we can find OB, right? So that is, we'll consider now the triangle. Let me use different ink this time. Triangle WOB. Now in this triangle, as you can see, the height is already given to us as 12 meters. So OB, we can write OB is actually equals to WP, right? WP, which is equals to 12 meters, correct? These two side heights are same. So the total height is sum of TO and OB, right? So the height of the building, let's say H, is equals to 19 plus 12, which is 2 plus 1, 31 meters. Do you get the idea? So height of the building is 31 meters. So that is how you can solve this question. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.